Everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog. I thought I would do something light and fun because I am in a reading slump. Yay! The movie for this book is coming out December 10th, so I thought why not read it just before it comes out, The Hating Game. This is a romance, which is really not my usual cup of tea, but that might be what I need to get out of the slump. This video is in collaboration with glassesusa.com. I will be linking all the information down below, including the models of the glasses that I've been wearing. You've seen me wear them. I love them. See, that's another model that I've been wearing from their website. So on their website, they have a virtual tool. So you can either upload a picture of yourself or you can use one of their models to see what the frame would look like on you. You enter your prescription and then you can choose what kind of lens you need, either near vision, single vision, progressive. I need a mix of all of these things, and then you customize it with anti-scratch, UV protection, or blue light blocking, which is really popular in front of your computer. You then place your order and that's it, you're done. Standard shipping is free on all their orders, and if for any reason you're not happy, you have 14 days to return for a full refund. So like I mentioned, the website and the models of the glasses that I'm wearing and will be wearing throughout the vlog will all be linked in the description box, so check it out if you're interested. I know literally nothing about this book except that it's a romance. I think it's a hate to love, which, I mean, The Hating Game kind of got that from the title, and I've seen it going around. And since it's becoming a movie, I'm assuming that a lot of people like it, hopefully. I refuse to go and look up reviews beforehand just because I wanted something out of my comfort zone just to finish a book. That's the point. I need to finish one book, any book, because I'm currently in the middle of this one, which is the second book in the Wheel of Time series, and I need a break. For some reason, I cannot make myself read it. I'm enjoying it, but I just don't want to pick it up. And the best way, in my opinion, to get out of a slump is to read something different, something you can't put down, either mystery thrillers, but I haven't been super lucky with them this year, so I thought, you know what, let's do something light and fun, romance. Even if I don't like it, I know I can read it in like a day or two, so we're gonna start doing that tonight. The sun is already going down, which probably is why I'm also such in a slump. But yes, I'm going to start reading it tonight. I'm going to bring you with me. I will be mentioning spoilers. This is not a spoiler-free review like I usually do. I feel like that's what you guys will want to see, my reaction to everything. I'm telling myself, even if I don't love it, it's going to be fun to just complain about everything that annoys me. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm only 2 chapters into it and I need to talk already. I feel like I had heard that they were colleagues, that they worked together, but I didn't realize that they were part of 2 publishing companies that were like merged together. So obviously they were part of different publishing companies. So that little thing going, the little Hanks, I guess, comes from that. So far things are already a little inappropriate. They don't get along, obviously, but it seems to be like not super well explained. Again, I'm only 2 chapters into it, so hopefully we're gonna get more of the background story of how they came to hate each other that much. But a lot of stuff that they're telling each other is already really inappropriate. Literally fighting at work 2 seconds away from both their bosses, which, and then he says, because you'd be thinking about it later on in bed. You can't say that at work. You can't say that at work. And so far she seems to be very petty, but I feel like I get that. Like, I read one more romance earlier this year, and at first I felt like I wanted to root for the female character, and then I was like, girl, you're not helping yourself. But then by the end, obviously I was on her side because he was a douche. But here so far, I feel like she's coming off as really immature. I guess she has to, you know, to start the drama. And in 2 chapters, there's already been 2 mentions of her being tiny and 5 feet tall. Why is it always a thing? It's giving me vibes of, you know. But I feel like I love a good hate to love relationship. Like, I feel like they're really pretty much the only romances I've enjoyed. Not that I've read a ton, so it's hard to compare. But my enjoyment always depends on why they hate each other. Because if it doesn't make sense, it's hard. Or if it's too toxic, I will not root for you. But so far, we don't have that much of an explanation except, you know, against each other. So I'm assuming it might get deeper later on. We'll see. Okay, so quick update. I'm at chapter 6. I'm flying through that book, which is exactly what I needed. So happy that I'm finally reading anything. I don't have that much more to add, except that they're now competing for the same promotion, which finally a good reason to compete and hate each other, and I guess to also talk to each other. It makes sense. I'm gonna say they're both so unprofessional that they both should just be fired. But you know, that's beside the point. Also, Danny, that cute guy that she just noticed that is leaving, Is he gonna be like the third? I'm assuming he will. She had a dirty dream about him. Okay, whatever. Is this smut or is it just romance? I don't know yet. But then this dum-dum told him. Why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? So that's going great. I'll keep you updated, but this is already a shit show. Chapter 8. I'm flying through this book. This is exactly what I needed, clearly. Okay, first off, he already kissed her. That was quick. Where's the longing? Where's the, like, the passion? Jane Austen would not be proud. Maybe I've been watching too many K-dramas, but, like, if it's, like, what, 100 pages into the book and they're already kissing? Or, like, 70 pages, actually? Not enough. Plus, he just grabbed her. He just went for it. Which I guess she probably would have rejected him otherwise, but, like... And then, of course, this, like, decides that she obviously doesn't really have a date, which then he was shocked. It just felt very dramatic. Like, very, very dramatic, which, again, it's a romance. I still can complain. It's just very dramatic, and then the fact that she starts crying whenever Danny calls her beautiful, and, like... And then Joshua comes and, like, basically comforts her for being a doo-doo head. Like, he's a douche. It's just so dramatic. And, like, she told Joshua that, like, you've ruined me, which, like, I understand that she's very lonely and stuff. She's implied that she's not close to anyone, but, like, if that's all it takes for you to be ruined... It's a book. I don't know. The whole, like, him telling her, it's a theory I had for a while. So I guess he's into her. But she's not. She didn't realize. I'm assuming that's the line that's going to be, that they don't actually hate each other. Who knows? But he's always making fun of her. And she's clearly very insecure. And I want to say, the roses are clearly sent by Joshua. I don't understand why she thought it was Danny. If you notice, I'm making an effort to remember the character's name. I'm proud of myself. But, like, they're clearly from Josh. How she, like, it's gonna make drama, I guess. But, like, it's not even subtle. We know. She thanked Danny, but it was obvious in his reply by text that it wasn't from him. Danny is just a distraction. Love triangles. They're never, like... I'm gonna say, though, he feels so much healthier so far to me than Josh. And I feel like it's a pattern that I notice a lot, that I'll watch, like, a movie or TV show... And I root for the second guy because he seems healthier. Like, I'm thinking Bridgerton. Why did she not marry the blonde guy? Was he a prince? I don't remember. Like, the blonde guy was so much healthier for her. And I just argue with everyone about it. So, yeah, so far, I'm assuming he's not going to be perfect. Otherwise, she would date him, maybe. But so far, I don't know. We'll see, though. I ended the last clip by saying that it was getting good. I take it all back. The banter. Sometimes it's cute. Sometimes it's horrible. Let me show you why I just want to burn this book right now. Look at this. This needs to be burnt. This whole 2 paragraphs need to be burnt. What? Okay, I finished the chapter and, like, why is there a paintball event in every romance that I've read? I've read 2 this year, but why? But I'll admit, even my little Grinch heart has to say that him taking care of her as she's sick is cute. A little out of nowhere. I guess they needed a reason to be cute, but it's cute. Why is it getting good when I was supposed to go to bed? Because now I want to continue. Again, very cute, him taking care of her as she's sick. He calls his brother, who's a doctor. So I'm assuming that Dr. Josh, that his boss, calls him. It's because he was supposed to be a doctor and he wasn't. Sounds like he's the only non-doctor in his family. So at least that was cute that he went for help for her and, like, stayed to be with her so she wouldn't be alone while sick. And then she calls his brother good looking, which obviously Josh seems to be jealous about. And then the brother Patrick is saying how, like, oh, usually it's Josh that people think is cute, blah blah. That was cute. Okay, I'll admit it. I just don't understand, like, the brother's getting married. I don't understand. We're not supposed to, I'm assuming, at this point. But the brother's getting married and they're not close, and he's, like, trying to trick him into coming. Josh doesn't want to. Is he getting married to his, like, ex-girlfriend or something? Because, like, why would he not want to go? And it did end on a cute note of him buying her lemonade, because she mentioned while she was delirious that her mom would give her lemonade when she was sick. And he went out and bought some. So I feel like I'm seeing the recurring theme of like bad boy being nice just for her. These things do not work in real life, but in books, I'm okay with it. Chapter 11 is done. I keep telling myself one more chapter before bed. It's not that it's that good, it's just that I'm happy I'm finally reading. Pretty much. By the way, look at my tree. I tried to look festive in my bedroom. Kind of works, right? I need to do the rest of the house, but that's already making me very happy, at least when I'm reading. So I think she's clearly getting the hick for Danny, because she's mentioning how his clothes are not cute compared to the other one, apparently always well dressed. So the ick, clearly. And like she mentions how she's thankful for the roses when he gives her the daisies, and he's like, you mean the daisies? So again, it was clearly not him getting the roses. And I'm just gonna say, I got the hick when he went upstairs to like establish dominance against Josh. The cringe. I wish I had filmed my reaction, because it was just like who does that? I would have, like, if it was me in that situation, I would have ended things right there. Like, if you're gonna be like pumping your chest in front of the no. The whole thing was embarrassing, and then obviously she learned that Josh is the one that bought her the roses, so no one's surprised there. Obviously they fought again, and like I'm already getting a little tired of the flip-flopping. Like, they're okay, they're not okay, they're okay, they're not okay. I feel like it's a bit too much. I would rather like it lasts longer of one or the other, but it's like every other page they switch of being on good terms or not, or on better terms. But yeah, so far so good. I will go and shower, and I will go to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Today there's a lot of snow, and it's currently raining, so I don't know what it's gonna look like later on, but look how pretty it is outside. Enjoy it, because that doesn't last. In like about 2 weeks, I will be over it already. So let's talk about the book. I read one more chapter. Obviously, things are all over the place again. She has a second date with Danny, and Josh is obviously very jealous. And the fact that, first off, they hang out in the closet together at work. That is, they're gonna get fired. It will happen. Probably not, but they would deserve it. And like Josh tells her that she should go on a date with Danny and kiss him. And if she likes his kisses better, she should be with him instead of him and like the nice guy. So I'm assuming something horrible happened. Like, clearly he has trauma of like over the nice guy. He needs therapy. And she goes obviously on the second date with Danny, and the kisses are not it. She feels like she's kissing her cousin. So I don't know how many cousins she kissed to be able to compare, but yeah, no chemistry. Chemistry. Oh, I took note of one page because the banter was really bad once again. I can't imagine how hard it is to write good banter, but this is bad. Oh my god, okay, I remember. Like, I feel like that's something a male author will write more than a female author. I'm just weirded out. Like she tells him like, oh, so that's what sex with you will be like, and he replies, well, you wouldn't walk straight the next day. Anybody else agrees? I feel like that's such a male thing to say. Anyway, she's so oblivious. Him telling her that he wants to know what his options are between together or something else. Friends, or he doesn't want to be friends, or something else that he wants. But him bringing her a strawberry donut was cute once again. But I didn't mention it earlier, but I feel like it's so weird. Like, again, they keep emphasizing her height that is like 5 feet tall. And him, he's like 6'5" or something. She wasn't sure. That's a big height difference. I know it's a thing. And I feel like often the girls that I know that are really short seems to be really obsessed with really tall men. But like, I just think it's a bit weird. And like, I looked at the pictures of the movie because I was curious. And again, the height difference, it's too much. It's too much. Again, maybe that's just me. It just feels creepy. Like, I would be scared being around someone that much taller than me. I'm just 5'5", but still. And honestly, so far my reaction is that I think it's so awkward that they used to fight, but then now they have like dirty talk with their bosses. That they're like in front of each other, but their bosses, their doors are right there, and sometimes they're open. How do they not hear you? This is so awkward. And finally, the end of that chapter was very creepy in my opinion. He gives her his address, I'm assuming for the wedding, because she's going to be his plus one, obviously. And she goes there right after her date that doesn't go well. And, you know, again, drama, and like they end up kissing again. And to me, this is so creepy. Like, imagine someone shows up at your place. Like, yes, you gave them your address, but that was for a different reason. It was, again, that only works in books. Don't do that in real life, please. And then, like, she doesn't go to his place because she insists that they'll have sex once. I don't understand why all of that, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I keep flip-flopping because the banter, sometimes it's cute and funny, sometimes it's horrible, and a lot of flip-flopping, and I just, like, I don't hate it right now, but I'm not loving it. Not that it should be surprising, but I thought I would like it more at this point, but I mean, I still have more than half left. So again, I would refuse to go and look reviews up until I'm done with it. Otherwise, it will affect my opinion. So yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm hoping to maybe finish it today. Wish me luck. See you in a bit. So obviously she goes up to his apartment, and apparently he kept a little origami paper she flicked at him during a meeting. So he's had a crush on her since forever, basically. But why was he rude? And the post-it she kissed with her lipstick. Am I picky with my banter? I don't feel like I usually have that much issues, but this one is not good. Like, she's saying how he's so big. Not, like, in bed. Realizing how creepy that sounded. I mean, like, she's looking at how tall he is. And he replies, "I'll fit you just right." And instead of being like, ooh, I'm just like, no. Ew. Please confirm I'm not the only one creeped out here. Okay, so I finished chapter 14, and I just feel like I'm still thinking she's the weird one of the two. I mean, there has to be a weird one out of the two. The whole, like, I'm only going to sleep with you once is making it kind of weird, I feel like. And he's reacting fine to it by saying that, you know, if it's only going to happen once, I'm not going to do that on Monday night. I'm going to make it, you know, special, blah, blah. So he's reacting perfectly fine. So she's just the one being really strange with the whole thing. So if he's not showing up on a Tuesday, is it because he has an interview for a different job? Because right now she's freaking out that one of them has to go eventually. Is that the reason? She keeps teasing him about only wanting him for his body, and he's clearly not enjoying it, so I'm assuming that goes back to whatever his trauma is. Josh asks her if she almost called Danny before going to his place, and she did, and she tells him, which I guess she's not lying, but like, it's so awkward, and you can clearly tell he's not okay with it. And she's back to being oblivious. Of course, starting shit all over again. So Danny basically told her that Josh is clearly in love with her as he's helping her for her presentation. And then Josh is there randomly at the coffee shop. Definitely wasn't stalking. And when they go and say hi, Josh says that she spent the evening on his couch. Again, more chest pumping. It is so embarrassing. Why do they always do that in these books? I guess him saying, "I'm not going to need any help beating her," is supposed to be what moves the balance on him being the ass now. So he's arguing with his boss. Is it because he's quitting? Is that what's going on? Because right now he just went in the elevator with her, Josh, and her boss, Elaine. How do you say that in English? Elaine, whatever. She saw them. So she knows, and they could be fired. So I'm guessing he's leaving if he doesn't get the promotion. Or maybe he doesn't want the promotion, he wants her to have it. That's my guess. Why am I trying to guess this whole thing? So they took the opportunity of the road trip to tell each other everything they think about each other, including all their dirty thoughts. Why can I not say that? You know what I mean. And now we just learned that it's his fault that Danny is ruining everything. So I guess he kind of deserved it. But it's okay because they're going to be stuck sharing a room. Again, it's so common in romance, and I'm not going to lie, it kind of works for me, so I'm okay with it. But I don't know if there's going to be only one bed, but they are stuck in the same room. Boo-hoo. It was the same thing with the Honeymooners, the other romance I read. So, paintball and only one room. The fact that she says that her ex was 5'6" and like boy-like, so he couldn't lift her up, makes me uncomfortable. That sounds kind of creepy. I'm realizing this angle is not my best one, but we're just gonna roll with it. Update, chapter 22. They did not have sex. Mom interrupted with a phone call. And then the next day they wake up like about an hour before the wedding, even though they're supposed to be there early. They are so not stressed. I cannot relate. If I'm not somewhere 50 million hours in advance, I stress. By the way, I'm realizing I have about 100 pages left. I've definitely feel like I've read more than in the last week or two. I just wasn't reading, not in the mood. And I wouldn't say I'm over my reading slump, but I'm definitely reading more than I was prior to this. So I guess it's kind of working. I'm not loving the book though. It would probably help if I was actually enjoying it. But it has its little moments, but overall, we're still on the search. We're still searching for the romance that will change my mind, you know? So for the wedding, she bought a dress that is supposed to match the bedroom wall. And now all I can think of is, will it actually be the case in the movie, or is it going to be a Harry Potter thing all over again? Hermione's dress all over again. Am I overthinking this? Yes. Will I still watch the movie just to see that? Yes, of course. I just want to say that she has been mentioning the whole book that she's wearing this really bright red lipstick and she applies 2 layers, blah, blah. But like they keep kissing on the lips and then you kiss her temple, whatever, at page 280. And all I can think of is that it has to transfer. Like it has to transfer. So not very believable, but it's just fiction, right? That's what people always tell me. So fine, I'll allow it. Page 289. Mindy dated Josh. I freaking knew it. Did I mention in the beginning? I'm pretty sure I did. They try to make us believe it wasn't the case, but he dated his brother's now wife. Who does that? That's fucked up, especially since the dad said in his speech that she married the right brother. What an asshole. I'm glad I called it for some reason, but I understand why he doesn't see his family. His dad is a piece of poo. Honestly, him not telling her was the biggest dick move. Like, I don't even care. He's trying to explain it, and I don't care. So, I just arrived at chapter 25, and now we have all the explanation of why he's such an ass. Growing up with a father, never loved him, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. He's not an ass anymore. I still, but he's shy, apparently. I can't hate him anymore. It just sucks. So I have about 70 pages left. I might read a little bit more tonight, but I thought I would have time to finish it, but I didn't. So not bad though. My progress, not the book. So I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but I feel like it's so obvious that the male character is written by a woman with literally everything. I should have voiced that the whole time, but the fact that he's a clean freak and that he works out a ton, and the fact that right now he's saying how they're in the shower, page 325, and he's saying how he's not the one freaking out because he has been wanting this for forever, he's not the F-boy, and the whole sex scene period written by a woman, but I guess that's kind of the point. But for some reason, it just doesn't ring 100% true. I want to be invested more than I am. It is so freaking cheesy. And cheesy is good, but at the same time, it's giving me indigestion. I don't know. It's not really doing it for me. Plus the whole idea that he's not actually mean, even though a little bit, he's just shy. That's a lie people tell themselves, in real life, I mean. But in the book, it's page 340. I can't be the only one that cringes by that scene. I know she's defending him. It's a good moment, but it's so cringy to read. And the father is letting that go. And I don't know. I'm getting the secondhand embarrassment, clearly. This reads like a scenario that a child would have imagined in their head. The whole no charge, the cashiers tells me, it was better than theater. The whole like, oh, they all stood up and clapped. That's exactly it. No. No. Page 360. So he did resign. That's why he was fighting with his boss. It is done. I don't know what to say. Not my cup of tea. I don't have a ton to compare it to, obviously, but I did read the Unhoneymooners earlier this year, so it's like my 2-ish romances for the year. I think technically the premise of this one should, in theory, work better for me, but the banter ended up being better in the other one. And this one is just so ridiculously cheesy, and the banter didn't work for me. I found it super cringy at times. And I think I'm going to go and read some reviews online just to see if there's anything else I forgot to bitch about. Because like the whole like, he wasn't really mean, he was just shy because he was in love with you the whole time is not working for me. Like the love triangle was really forced. The whole my ex married my brother and we're going to the wedding. It's just, I don't know. Okay, so I'm reading reviews and I'm finding things that I agree with that I'm not sure if I mentioned or not in the blog. I haven't edited anything yet. The fact that Lucy kept objectifying Josh to the point that he was getting uncomfortable. I agree. He was scared that that's what she was doing. Like, that's why she wanted to have sex with him. And, like, she kept still pushing those buttons, which was, like, he already made it clear. Like, can you not be a bit more careful about this? So I agree with that for sure. Like, I understand why, and a bunch of people mentioning the whole nice guy thing, which, yes, in the book, Josh is super against nice guys because that's what his brother is known as, and that's why his dad likes him. He's better, I guess, and that he's now marrying his ex-girlfriend, which he says that he's not even mad at. So why is that a thing? I thought it was a bit much how much he hated Denny for being a nice guy, which Denny did nothing wrong until he did stuff wrong. But, like, it's not the fault of any nice guys. Like, why is he pretending to be a mean guy when he's clearly not? So people are complaining that there's a lot of sex scenes, but, like, there's only really one sex scene. So I'm not even saying anything about that. So that gives you an idea. I just thought the whole thing was cringy, though. But yeah, that's kind of the only things that I'm noticing that I forgot to really mention. But yeah, the reviews seem to be really positive. Like, the average is 4.09 out of over 300,000 ratings. But personally, for me, it's like a 2.5. Like, there were some good moments, and like I said, the idea overall, it had potential, but the banter really didn't work for me. And the whole, like, he's a mean guy, yet he was clearly written by a woman. It just doesn't work. So, yeah. Did it help me with my reading slump? Maybe. I've read more in the last, I don't know, like 48 hours-ish than I did in the last almost week or two. So, I guess, maybe. We'll have to see, because I'm over romance at this point. So I'm going to go back to reading Wheel of Time #2 at The Great Hunt. So wish me luck. Will I watch the movie? That's what I should be talking about. Maybe. I'm not going to pay for it, though. Like, if I can... I will wait until it's available. Yes, for free somewhere. But yeah. Thank you again to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. Everything, including the glasses that I have been wearing, will be linked in the description box down below. Check them out if you are interested. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, let me know in the comment section if you have read this book, how you feel about it, because I want to know. And I will see you in a normal video that is not about romance very soon. Bye. Only you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies.